Hey, and welcome back to Zayshin Webisodes, where sustainability meets style. I'm your host, Freed Bud, the founder of Zayshin, a brand rooted in sustainable and ethical elegance. As always, today we are having a wonderful guest, Sheridonna Wilson. Today I have my laptop right here. I'm gonna read the things off because there's so much that I could tell you about her. She's just amazing, and one and the only. So, Sheridonna Wilson, known as the CEO of Fashionista, Sheridonna is a powerhouse behind Sheridonna Designs, a luxury sustainable fashion brand that merges architectural inspiration with eco-conscious elegance. She's also the founder of Unity Fashion Institute of Foundation, a newly launched nonprofit dedicated to empowering and educating the next generations of designers. With over 7 years in the industry, Sheridonna has carved out of a reputation of pushing boundaries in culture whilst promoting sustainability and mindful living. Beyond fashion, she's an educator, a podcaster, and a proud mom, balancing entrepreneurship with self-care and family life. In today's episode, we'll dive into her brand new sustainable collection, the mission and vision behind her Fashion Institute, and her personal journey navigating the worlds of fashion, parenting, and wellness. We'll also unpack the role of social media in driving sustainability conversations, and to wrap things up, we'll also have a rapid fire round of questions that you won't want to miss. So get ready for an inspiration, insightful, and empowering conversation with Sheridonna Wilson. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Zayshin Webisodes. We got our wonderful guest, Sheridonna.
Yes, the one and only.
The one and only Sheridonna. Welcome to the
Yes,
show.
yes.
How are
So
you
what's up?
doing?
I'm doing fabulous. I can't complain. I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful to be here today on this glorious. Oh, the sun is just doing its thing, and I'm enjoying the whole situation. So yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, it's a good day actually. The sun is very bright.
It's a great day. I
Yeah.
took like a mini sun bath before, to dry my hair. I was like, it felt so good.
Okay.
It felt like a beach vibe today. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know.
Right. Nah, my God, you're always like glowing, so I love that. All beautiful as
Thank you.
always.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, thank you very much, Sheridonna, for joining us here on Zayshin episode. So please, we will start with the introduction. Go ahead.
Well, okay, so I'm Sheridonna Fiona Wilson. I am your favorite custom fashion designer, stylist, hair hairstylist, and stylist, educator, and humanitarian. I am a supermodel and a podcast, and the list goes on. I'm just here to be great and to do the things that I love and to collaborate and connect with people who are aligned with me. So I'm happy to be with you today. So yeah.
No, thank you very much for that, and of course, it's always a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining. So, thank you so much for the small introduction too, and we're gonna go into the depth of, of your story. Of course, you have achieved so many things. How did it all started?
How did it how it started? Well, one day in Kingston, Jamaica.
Okay.
Well, in terms of me building my empire, I think it was just a process of my life and just finding myself, knowing thyself, and following my intuition. I came to America like 2 days before my 10th birthday, and I've always been interested in fashion. I've always been obsessed. I was like, the girl that, wake up, put my uniform on because I went to private school in Jamaica, have my cute socks and just like everything always has to be neat and put together. So it was ordained for me to be a fashion designer. I'm so grateful that on my journey I was able to meet some amazing professors. I want to give a huge shout out to my alma mater, one of my alma mater, to Bryan and Stratton College in Upper State, is in Liverpool, New York, to to Lee Shelton that helped guide me and just gave me an aha moment, to Bill the Forest that, fine tune my graphic design skills. And I just want to just say I'm just grateful that I met these two individuals, because if I didn't meet Lee,
Hmm.
it would be really, I think it would just probably take me a longer period of time. Because the crazy thing is, like, when I was in the process of about to graduate graphic design school at Brian Stratton College, Lee, she told me, she was like, "Oh my gosh, Sheridonna, I definitely want to recommend you to go to Syracuse University for fashion design, because all through the years that I was at Brian Stratton College, everything consists about fashion and modeling. At the time, I was modeling, married with children, all the things. And the thing is, I had my books. I had my notebook with, playing with, silhouettes and using,
Mm-hmm.
fabrication for my bags to be able to create, a different silhouette for my girls. So it was ordained, to say the least. Once I did my application with with Syracuse. They asked me for an interview, what have you. I showed them what I was working with, and they absolutely loved what I was working with.
Hmm.
And the rest is history. Once I got there, I just knew, like, this is what I'm meant to be doing. Period. I excelled. I excel in a way, like, every time, like, I do my designs, everybody know, oh, that's Sheridonna Designs, because everything is just always well done, neat, put together, creative, and so I was always, that girl that is having high standards and high accolades in terms of, like, how I present my designs during critique. So to make a long story short, like, I just knew once I got there, it felt right. Even though I had some, bumps in the road, like, I was
Right.
like the only person married with kids. I live off campus and all the things. So I already stood out. And then I was the only chocolate. I was the only chocolate girl, So I already stood out. Like, so yeah,
Yeah, I mean, of course, if you love the journey, you always enjoy it either way. It doesn't matter how
yeah,
many obstacles come in your way, right?
yeah. What's obstacles? What's obstacles?
Yeah, exactly. We enjoy it actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's. Thank you for telling me that. And so, uh, what was the first piece that you designed and you remember that was good and you said, "Oh wow, I can design."
Well, throughout our process of going to fashion design school, we had to create different, sample garment. But the garment where I knew I was her,
Mm-hmm.
it was this dress called my gladiator dress, and I actually won an award for that at school. Like, it was a competition or what have you, and of course, the Empress got that, and it was absolutely stunning. And to this day, I still have this garment, and I showcased it like a few years ago, what have you, but it has femininity to it. It has a little bit of fluidity to it. It had structure. The texture was beautiful. It was like, I used this. It was, the top was satin. And just think about, if you think about gladiator, think about warrior. So it's like in the silver, rich silver tone, and then, like, the skirt had this beautiful silver tone to it, but they had like a flower petal. So it was just like mixing feminine and masculine, and just like, she just looked like a warrior goddess. Like,
Wow, I
it
can
was just
imagine that.
breathtaking. And then, like, the lines was just, I mean, it just fit the model, it fit the mannequin, just so it was just so sexy. It was just, I had it was just so sexy. Like, yes. So yeah.
I love that. So, how was the reaction of the people when you designed that, and what your the other group members said about that?
They loved it.
Wow.
Like, one thing when we did our critique, Like we were all able to, say something nice about the garment, but also give a critique, because the critique is so you could be better, not to say, oh, I don't like this or that's ugly. So all my peers, they just knew it was top tier. We didn't have to line it, but I lined it. It was well sewn. The design was well thought out. The fabrication was top tier. One thing with me, that's why I knew I was going to be into luxury, because like my fabrication always stood out from everybody, because I will always buy the best, even though in college, like we're always told to make sure that we don't do too much, uh and be able to take care of, if we're doing a whole collection, don't just spend everything on one design, like to balance balance
Right.
everything. But
Exactly.
I just knew that the quality of your fabrication speaks volume, and it
Yes.
also has that longevity. Like right now, it's still, my design is like, it's timeless. I can rent that out right now, and somebody could wear that to like a gala gown and a gala
Mhm.
event, and it's like they don't know that I might have made that like 5, 7, 10 years ago. Timeless.
Amazing. I mean that's the whole point. If you create something timeless, you can just wear it over time.
Oh
It's
yes.
it's just does not stop whenever the trends stop.
Absolutely, and
Right.
that's what I love about our designs. Like I don't follow trends. I am the trendsetter. I make the trend. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
I don't really, like, I know what it is. And one thing I always remember, like my graphic design teacher, Bill DeForest, he was like, in order, you got to know the rules
Mm-hmm.
before you can break the rules. So I know what's there. I know what's
Exactly.
out there,
Right.
but I know what I need to be doing. I have my own mission. And
Mm-hmm.
so I don't have to follow what they're doing. I know what I'm doing.
Right. I love that. Thank you for telling me, but my next question was the same thing. When you're about to create a design, because you're a designer, I'm very, you know, get fascinated by the designers, all of them, because every person has a unique kind of a mindset with the designs that they try to create, because it's an art that you're, trying to put on somebody, or you're trying to make something. What are the things you told me about the fabrication, about the timeless thing, and one more thing. When you're about to think of something from the beginning, that you're about to make a design or you want to create something, what are the things, how you start, what is your checklist that you try to take everything that trying to make or create?
Well, these designs that I'm working on right now always start with my inspiration, in terms of, it could be like a board. Like I see buildings. When I
Mm-hmm.
see buildings, I don't really see buildings. I see silhouettes, right? So it's kind of like weird, but it's just like that's just how my
I
mind
heard of
works.
that one, yeah.
So I would just be out in nature, and maybe I will see like a flower and color palette of what the leaf is giving me. So that will be on the board. I think about the things that I'm interested in terms of, like I love the
Mm-hmm.
ocean, I love nature. So
Right.
I would, and the thing is, things comes to me, like content come to me in terms of how I manifest it. I manifest with ease because I let it flow to me. I'm
Mm.
not rushing to go do find a color scheme. I don't have to rush to go find a color scheme. It will just flow to me, like what I need to do.
I
Like
see.
I will just be just sitting there, and then like something just pops in my head, like, okay, this is my silhouette that I'm going to be doing, and then I just start making the pattern, and then it just flows. It just flows like that. So, and that's why it was so important for me to learn tailoring, pattern making, sewing, because once you're in that process of that manifestation, or the beginning process, you can't sometimes you can't articulate that to someone. You have to make it, just you got to work through it, because you
Mm-hmm.
might think, oh, I want this design line, but then maybe the fabrication was like, no, because the fabric speaks to you.
Right.
So my inspiration come from numerous of things, from number one, it comes within me, like come from me. So, and then it just pours out. And then I just let nature inspire me, and the things that I'm passionate about just inspires me. Did I answer that?
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. And a lot of designers tell me the same thing. It's not something, sometimes it's not like that you putting your time and stressing to think about something. It just comes out naturally.
Yeah,
When you
I
see
never
things,
have to think, oh my God,
because
I know what I'm gonna do next. I never.
yeah, exactly. Because now I can understand your perspective too, because you have to be open minded when you're
Yeah,
looking at the things, as you mentioned, the ocean, the nature, the buildings. It just, you look at them and you just get some ideas, because of
yeah,
course when you do something with your hands, you can think of, maybe I should, turn this and around and play with it, and all kind of that things.
yeah. You get textures,
Right.
from leaves. You get textures from, different like walls, the building, like wherever. Inspiration is everywhere.
Right. You
So
just have to have the eye to look
you
at.
have to have the eye. That's what I'm saying. Fashion design, being a fashion designer is not for everybody. You literally have to be chosen. Like you really have to be like born to do it. And then on your path, you're going to find it. Like I
Hmm.
could not run away from this path. It was going to find me either way. Like it could not. So yeah.
Exactly.
It's
Wow.
funny how I even got here, to be honest. Like it's the funniest thing. in
No.
high school I took morphing. Like I always loved being creative. I always love architecture. I thought possibly be an architect or whatever, because I love building, I love structure, I
Hmm.
love designing on the computer, morphing and all the things. So that's how I started in designing. Instead of designing houses, I designed garments.
Makes sense. We need something in this industry too. We
Yes.
got we got lots of construction workers, so we need some construction workers in fashion.
Well,
Some
I'm
good
an architect
one.
of fashion. I'm an architect of fashion and design. Like I can still design. I'm designing my own house. Like
Hmm.
that skill is not going to go away, because I love like a nice environment. So in order for me to do it how I want it, like I have to create it. Even though
Right.
you have other designers that could be able to, give you the similar situation, but nobody could do it like me. So yeah,
I see. Of course, it's something that you're putting on or your body. You're
yeah,
covering it, so it should be meaningful. It doesn't mean
correct.
that it has to be so much fancy or kind of a that thing, but it has to be something meaningful that you're
Yeah,
wearing, closer to
yeah,
you, or you have some kind of a backstory. And of course, it should be a good kind of a fabric. Otherwise, we know what the plastic thing is doing to our body.
don't even get me started, darling. Don't even get me started,
That's
darling.
the whole point. That's the whole point. That's why you're here on Zacian Medicine.
The crazy thing is, like, when I came to Maryland after I graduated, my professor, shout out my other professor, Professor Long, recommended me. Well, I had asked him for a recommendation because I knew I was going to come to Maryland, and I went to DC Fashion Incubator. So DC Fashion Incubator is an incubator for fashion emerging fashion designers, and they help you to form your business in the legal sense. Make sure you get your EI number, your DUNS, all the things or what have you, and giving you different platforms to showcase your designs. But the the most important thing that they could have done for me, a big shout out to Shaka. He's the goat. So he was amazing. He's an amazing fashion designer here in DC as well. He does menwear, and he recommended me to go see The True Cost.
Hmm.
True Cost is a documentary that really shows you what's really going behind the scenes of fashion, and how when you're not conscious, what is the ramification, what that looks like. And
Wow.
so once I saw that, it's like the universe was asking me, what kind of designer are you going to be? You know, are you going to be like everybody else, or are you going to set the trend, do your thing, stay focused, and actually make a great impact by the choices that you make. And
Right.
so that documentary opened my eyes, and it just gave
Wow.
me an aha moment. And I didn't even know that was like the beginning of me doing sustainability. That was the path for me to start thinking about, okay, I want to be a luxury sustainable brand, and what does that really mean?
Yeah.
That for me, it means I'm conscious about the fabrication that I choose, and the luxury part is me doing my couture side of it, making sure my craftsmanship is top tier. You know, in terms of, I might do my French seam, I might do, lining for everything, and just like the overall design and concept of everything is at a higher level than just, a fast fashion or, streetwear or what have you. So that's what luxury sustainable means to me. So yeah.
I see. Wow, that's amazing. I mean, everybody that we had on our webisodes, everybody has a story. There's
Yeah.
always a point when you realize something. There's something going wrong, and we need to do something about it. And we make a choice, and we take a step towards it, and fight against it, because we have lots of option to go with fast fashion and all the other
Oh
things,
yeah.
but it's very hard in the beginning when you choose sustainable fashion, because you have to be conscious with not
You're taking the
handful of
stairs.
things but so many things.
You're taking
Exactly.
the stairs. You're taking the stairs. And for me,
Right.
I'm from Jamaica, and I love it when, for me, how I kind of like envision my journey is, I'm being created slow. I love my soup, and when you make it any kind of island soup, what you gotta do, you gotta take your time, and everything is a process. Okay, so but the number one thing, get the right ingredients. It's nothing like when you're creating a delicious soup and you don't have the right ingredients. It's
Right.
gonna go horribly wrong. So for me, the creator has created me as an authentic, delicious, well made soup that the right people with the appetite that I'm presenting, they're gonna love it. They love it because it's delicious, and they'll always want more because it makes you what? It makes you feel good. It makes you look good. And number one, like, you're gonna be like glowing. Period. So, because we put the best ingredients. We put the best ingredients.
Right.
Yeah, I'm always talking about food because I'm a foodie too. Like, I love cooking too. I love cooking too. So yeah.
Wow, that makes sense. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, wonderful. Sometimes it just get cutting off. I don't know what's
Yeah,
happening to the connection today.
that's fine.
Right. Yeah, of course, sustainability is a big thing that we need to work on, and that's the only way I believe that it should be.
It start with self. It
St-
definitely start with self.
right.
I guess my philosophy is like, become the change you wish to see in the world. Don't wait for anybody else,
Right.
because if you change, then the world is changing.
Hmm.
So become the change you wish to see in the world, and that's exactly what I'm doing.
Right.
For myself and for my students, for my clients, for my kids, for the people who surround me. And so, yeah, if I growing up, they say if you know better, you do better. So that's what my goal is, to do better when I know what I need to do, and not be rushed to for fast glory, whatever that's supposed to be meaning, or fast whatever. Moi, my soul, But can I get my food nice and hot? Yeah. So I'll take my time
Right.
to
It has
build
to be
the
like that.
empire. Yes, exactly.
Right. So if a person, for example, me, wants to start designing in
Hmm.
2025 as a
Uh-huh.
fashion designer, what are the
Uh-huh.
steps?
What are the steps? Hmm. Well, number one, it's great to have a great mentor. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two,
Gonna have you as a mentor.
you can have me as a mentor. Yes.
I would love to.
Have a great mentor, right? You need to learn thyself. Find out what kind of designer you're going to be. How are you going to what do you want to bring out into the world? Right? My professor always say like at Syracuse, you're not reinventing the wheel. You're putting a spin on it and making it better. It should be better or has
Hmm.
some value, right? So it's always going to be a skirt. It's always going to be a pants. It's always going to be a dress. You're not reinventing those things, but is
Right.
what value are you bringing with that? Comes with the material, the design, the silhouette. Like, what are you bringing to the table, right?
Right.
So once you have great counsel, great leadership, you know thyself, right? Then you get your education, okay? And majority of the time, you're gonna have to put your money where your mouth is. You're gonna have to pay for your education, right?
Right.
So this is where Unity Fashion Institute come in as well. But we are a non-traditional, school university. In terms of you don't have to do a 4 year with us to be able to have life changing experiences, right? You can have 3 months, 6 months, 12-month course with us, and your life can change dramatically because you're going to be learning a life skill that you're going to have forever, right? And we teach you industry standard. We teach you what we know. And so find a school that will meet you where you are. So that's what we do. I saw a gap because big shout out to Hebrew, one of my students, I met her when she was in the fourth grade, and now she's like in college now. Like, what is going on? But
Oh wow.
um, she was like, she was like, well, I'm gonna tell you the story. So I came to Maryland, right?
Okay.
I graduated college, came to Maryland, and what have you, and I was on my Instagram live, and she was like, "Oh, Miss S, oh, I miss you. I want you to teach me fashion. I want you to continue to teach me fashion design." I was like,
Wow.
"People," I was like, "I'm in Maryland now," and she was like, "Well, you need to teach online."
Wow.
Like the gates open. The gates was open with that live, with that conversation, and that's how I
Right.
birthed Unity Fashion Institute. Like the name just came
Hmm.
like to me with ease. Unity Fashion Institute, because basically I'm uniting. I just felt like unity fit what I was trying to do or what I desired to do. So I created Unity Fashion Institute, and I've been teaching ever since. Like, yeah, so that's how that came about, and I'm just grateful that I not only get to manifest my dreams, but I get to help other students, other, upcoming designers to be able to manifest their dreams as well. It's so magical. I love
It
it.
is. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's also an advantage to being a teacher, and especially a good teacher.
I'm an excellent teacher. Shout out to Professor Long because he the one that he recommended me to be a teacher for the YMCA that I went to Webster Elementary in Syracuse,
Hmm.
because throughout the 4 years, well, I had him for 2 years, my junior year and my senior year for my senior collection. He just saw me. I was always like, the crazy thing is like I was already teaching like my peers because for whatever reason, they're late for class, whatever, with college life.
Right.
But like I said, I'm focused. Like I have my own home. I got my kids. Like I'm paying for my tuition. I don't have time to miss. I don't miss no class. Do you hear what I'm saying? So I always used to be like, sharing my notes and, helping them with, whatever the case may be, show them how to do, the homework, whatever the assignment. And he was just like, Sheridonna, I think I want you to call this person, Fabia. Shout out to Fabia at the YMCA, and I just hit it off, and I literally created the first ever curriculum for fashion design at Webster Elementary, and that's how like my teaching career started.
Wow.
Because I thought I was going to go to New York right after and be like a famous fashion designer and do all the things. But the career was like, I'm going to give you that and so much more. I'm so happy that I didn't do what I thought in my head. The creator gave me something better, gave me power and impact and influence and
Right.
just
Amazing.
yeah,
Expect
yeah,
the unexpected. That's what
exactly.
that's why I always go with. We never know what's coming.
Yeah,
Or
be open for learning how to pivot. I think once you want to become a designer as well, that's something that you have to be open to be able to pivot
right.
at any given moment. So yeah.
Wonderful. So, yeah, we here have lots of opportunities to go and study some of the places and things like that. So my question is for the person who wants to start, but they don't have or they don't know much of the teachers, or though they don't have the opportunity to go some of the fashion schools or the institutes they have. How can they be learning?
If they don't have the opportunity to go to college,
Yeah, college, or they don't have any near fashion school that they can go to.
what I would do is find I will I always say don't put obstacle in your way. Don't don't put fear in your way, right? So if you want something,
Mm-hmm.
you can find maybe another designer that where you can intern and get your foot in the door like that. You can start you know creating designs at home using YouTube as your library, your university, right? Make sure you align yourself with networking environments where you can go and meet other entrepreneurs, where you could probably get opportunities to be able to learn as an intern, because you got to do the work. You got to start somewhere. If you can't go to school, you got to do an intern and get like real life experience, and do the work basically. So
Right.
make it your business to get in the door where you see the value. Wherever the designers are, you get into that door. Any means necessary.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, we have lots of resources in this era. If you have internet and you have your cell phone, I think that should be good enough.
You guys have it way better than when I went to college.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't have it like, oh, I could just look on my phone and see, oh, how you do a French seam. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Oh, you can go online and be able to learn how to do a fashion illustration. Like, what that door was not yet like available. I'm not saying that it wasn't there, but it wasn't like wide open like it is right now. So, but I know a lot of people want one on one, but you have to start where you are. Possibly, get a get a job, because everything is about self reliance. Like, get a job, get an opportunity where you can earn income, so you could be able to you know start get a
Mm-hmm.
mannequin for yourself, get a sewing machine for yourself. Possibly ask your family, can they invest in you? But 9 out of 10, I don't know about that part, but you can always try. I always say, all them can say, I know. So if them say no, all right then. All right, go to the next. Okay, because their no is not even what's no. When someone says no, that means it's just you have to pivot, because you're not going to accept it. No. You
Right.
just keep it to you go to the next door, because maybe that door wasn't for you. Simple.
exactly. Endless opportunities, as we always use the word.
Endless. No, there's no reason why you can't manifest in 2025.
Yeah.
Like the Gen Z, my daughter and my son's era, like everything is right here in the palm of your hands. Like literally. But guess
Yeah.
what? It's a smartphone, but you have to be smart for this to be a smartphone.
Right.
So that's why I said you have to get in the books too. And when I say in the books, it's not always the book, but sometimes it is the book, right? I mean the book as in going to different events and going to go on, Instagram, finding the groups that have, entrepreneurs or fashion design students or a club. Like you gotta get in, you get in where you fit in. You gotta get in. You gotta get in.
That's right. That's 100% right. I mean, if you're willing to do something and you know that you have to do, you can just jump in now and just have it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to put your money where your mouth is. You're gonna have to invest in yourself. Like I invest thousands of dollars. If I ain't spend a mil already on myself from going to school to this day, I'm serious. I'm not even joking.
Wow.
That means you have to invest in yourself to be able to get the results that you want. And what I've also learned, like, don't be in a rush. The day that you plant that seed is not the day that you harvest.
Hmm.
But you have to mind your business. Mind your
That's. I'm sorry, Sheridonna, I'm cutting you off, but that's one thing that I notice about this generation, the Gen Z. We have all the resources, we know all the doors that we can knock on and get help. But the thing that we don't have is patience.
yes, instant
And we,
gratification. And I know that for a fact because my son, we were talking about this yesterday. He loved instant gratification, but I'm working on showing him that you shouldn't always want that because if you do that slow cook, it's gonna be more. It's gonna be better.
but
It's
why?
nothing like home cooked meal opposed to if you do fast food. Every single
Right.
time you put those two together,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be happy you got that home cooked meal, slow cooked.
Exactly. That's right. But why you think we are like that?
For real, y'all have it easy. Y'all have it easier.
Easier
My my
what?
my kids' generation, y'all had it easier because for me as their mom, like I didn't want them to go through too much stuff that I went through. So we give them a lot of the opportunity. Like my kids, they really never have to work for nobody else. But yeah, I had to. I had to. Like my daughter, she already have her business. Like she already worked with the company. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
I have a partnership with Planet Aid, and she get the benefits of what the work that I did,
Hmm.
which that's what I want. That's my desire. But at the same time, I still want them to work for the things that they desire. So I think parents just need to, yeah, still give your children the opportunity that you didn't have, but still let them work for it as well, so they can really um, appreciate and honor that more. Do
Right.
you understand what I'm saying? Don't give it too easy. And a lot of parents that I've seen, and we've seen so many movies where, the rich brat, they don't appreciate money at all.
Mm-hmm.
They don't appreciate kindness because, you know what I'm saying? Like, we see the movie, like, this is real life. So even if you are, privileged, you should still be kind. You should still teach your kids the seven values of human relations. Still let them find themselves. Still let them do chores.
Right.
Go take the garbage out. I'm not playing. Like wash them dishes. Period. And so that's how I raise my kids. Like you're privileged, but you still you still have your duties to do. So parents just need to make sure that, like, giving them a balance, really. Give them a balance, work on that.
I see. I feel like the designer is going away and the mama is coming in.
Say it again. Say it again.
I, I said, I said I feel like that the designer is going away and the mama is coming in.
Guess what? It's always and it's a balance as well. It's a balance. It never goes away, but sometimes you have to change your hat when it's necessary.
Right. I
You
agree
know,
with you.
yeah, because even when I was designer and my kids, came and support me, I made sure they still came and had breakfast with me before I went to class.
Hmm.
My family, I had a way different dynamic than everybody in college. Like I made my family come up on the hill and eat breakfast with me and dinner with me because mom duty is important to me. Mom duty is before designer duty, to be honest, because my kids are my legacy. Even though my brand is my legacy as well, but my kids come first and they know that. But I honor what I have the privilege to have as well. But yeah, balance.
Right. And one question regarding this is it always like this? You were like this way, or there was a point then you sat down and realized that the motherhood come first before being a designer or the worldly matters.
No, I've always been like this because I'm a family person.
Hmm.
I was just raised like this, no matter what. Like I just remember, even though my dad was really busy, he always made sure that I had my birthday party, made sure I feel loved, have my dinner, and then you go do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like family always, because at the end of the day, like when you need a hug, like is the garment going to give you a hug? No, it's not. Your
Right.
daughter's going to give you a hug. If you need, when you get more mature, you need help up the stairs. Who's going to help you? Your son. Is my garment going to pull me up? No, it's not. Who's going to rub my feet when my feet are? Is my garment? No. And yeah, you could pay somebody, but it's not the same. So growing up, I always family was always important to me, and that's why, like I said, when I went, my kids went to college with me.
Hmm.
So like all my classmates do my kids. Like every time we have a show, they will always be there. When I'm showing my collection, my daughter will always come on stage with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's always been really, really important to me. But everybody doesn't do that because their family dynamic might be a little bit different. But
Right.
that's always been my
That's
thing.
awesome.
My Yeah.
And of course, at the end, as you mentioned, this is the thing that matters the most. You could,
Yeah.
nobody from outside is coming to help you with the things that if you need help with anything like personal matters or even with yourself,
Yeah.
you can't tell your, you know, I would not use the word secrets, but the personal life or the matters to somebody else, but your family. And they are
Yeah.
the one who's always here to support you.
I wouldn't even have it any other way. I'm just so grateful. I have my daughter.
Right.
My son, he's working, what have you, but I have my mini me right here,
Hmm.
and I get to be able to teach her the things that I know in terms of being a woman, self care, entrepreneurship, business owner, being your own administrator right now for your own. Because my daughter, she's a chef, so that's one of her passions, but she's also a painter as well. So showing her like you can live your dreams, live your dreams, but you have to first what know thyself. Everything starts with self. Who are you? What do you like? What excites you? She loves fashion as well, but at the same time, she's not going to be like a full out fashion designer, but she has great creative idea She's designed, some pants for herself and stuff like that. Show her how to sew. My son know how to sew. Like, show him how to, crochet. Like my both my kids, they love fashion as well. But I don't force nothing on them. I let them flow. I let them expand how they want to expand and grow how they want to grow. But still
Right.
give them that guidance as well. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's right. I mean, we should be thinking like that, and we should always keep in our mind that what are the things that matters the most in real life, beside the things that materialist thing that we're doing or we're going, to get them.
Yeah, don't be in a rush. Like, okay, Will Smith said it so perfect. He's a person, he had so much money.
Mm-hmm.
He has everything. He done bought everything twice. Traveled everywhere a dozen times,
Mm-hmm.
right? But yet you still feel what? An emptiness. You
Right.
cannot chase materialism, right?
Right.
You have to find that happiness within you. You have to make sure that you're tapped into, you know, people that love you so you can feel like that love. So on your journey, nothing should be chased. You should just attract what's yours and be grateful when you get it, but not like, if I don't get it, then I'm not successful. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be, for me, I'm just like, I'm not pressed for nothing. So I just love that about me because I've learned the person who don't want nothing gets everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I just flow. I do what feels natural, feel good to me, and I just live in my dreams and I just manifest what I desire.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah, because my desire wants me even more. Literally, like literally.
Oh gosh.
I'm so serious.
Thank you for that.
And I tell like my students because I was mentoring this one girl, and she was just like, oh, Miss Sheridonna, I really want to be a fashion designer like you, because she was in high school at the time. I was like, well, you are a fashion designer. If you desire for something, it's
Yeah.
already yours, because the universe will not put that in your in your in your in your field, in your area, your universe, if it wasn't for you. So she's already in the process. But the thing is, you got to have confidence. You got to have that mentor that's going to guide you and fill you up with the
Hmm.
things that you need. In
Exactly.
terms, everything is about confidence.
Right.
So if you don't have that confidence, you have that skill, it's nothing.
Right.
So I just want to just continue to, we don't sell garments, we sell confidence. Okay? So it's all about that.
Right.
And yeah, like, and to this day right now, she always email me and be like, oh, I'm doing this and doing that. So I love that, because, and you could check, she did this whole like video, I guess diary, like review, like
Oh wow.
after I mentor her.
Mm-hmm.
And look how, this is how the creator works. So she was in high school, right?
Okay.
This is like 2.5 years ago, what have you. And she desired to be a fashion designer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was looking for a fashion designer that is close to her in the Bethesda area. Could not find one
Mm-hmm.
until she found the Empress.
Right.
If she did not find me, she couldn't graduate. She found me, did her internship, made sure she got her credit, and then she graduated with not only on time, but with a fabulous experience and lifetime of confidence. And so that's how the creator worked in divine order. To also show me, like, Sheridonna, you're in divine order. You're not just a fashion designer. You are a speaker, you're an influencer, you are necessary in the world. Your gift is not only for you. That's how I know my gift is not only for me. My gift is for the people who I inspire, who inspire to do similar things like me, to show them like it's possible. I'm a little
Wow.
girl from Jamaica. Like what? What are you talking about? Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's just
Yeah,
like divine order.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about being confident, empowering, and as you also mentioned, we never know. What if we do what we love and we do it with a passion and with the pure heart, the results will come. And
Yeah.
it's not an overnight thing like you put the seed in and it's gonna just become a big tree in the next hour. It takes
Yeah.
time. If you
It
want to
takes time.
build a legacy, I mean, it takes centuries to build legacy,
It really does.
right?
And why do you want to rush? Why you want to rush? There's
Yeah,
no end.
yeah,
People always think, "Oh, I want to get to the end of the race." There's no end of the race. Enjoy the season. Enjoy like the journey.
right.
I did track and field in high school, so I'm always talking about,
Hmm.
sometimes it's okay to take that pit stop. The pit
Yeah.
stop is learning more things. Maybe for me, my pit stop was going to cosmetology school. My
Hmm.
pit stop was going to graphic design school. My pit stop was, having my kids. Grab some water, get
Hmm.
some knowledge, read the
Right.
book. Okay, that's your pit stop. So
Right.
enjoy the journey. That's what I.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you have to learn that. You have to learn that. Everybody don't know that because they're always in a rush.
Of course. And I believe that I'm very lucky in this thing because I realize that it's more important uh, to be happy in the journey than reaches the destination. Because once you reach there, there's always the next goal.
When you get to the next hill,
Yes,
then you're the bottom. You're the next one for the top. So
exactly.
it's like
Because once he reaches that thing, there's always next. So why
it's
not
always.
enjoy that time that when you're in the middle
But what
of
I've
something?
learned is don't be again. Once you reach that hill,
Mm-hmm.
give yourself grace.
Hmm.
Give yourself grace before you get to the next one, because it's going to take so much energy, so much time, so much endurance. You don't want to be halfway and you're so. I was about to. You're so effing tired. You just come right back down. You know what I'm saying? So enjoy that level right there
I
and
told
get your energy and go
Mhm.
zoom. Go to the
Right.
next.
I totally get that what you're saying, but that's one thing that I lack of
What?
personally. When I set my goal
Uh
and I
huh.
reach it there after all the work that needs to be done, and I achieve that,
Uh huh.
I just how do I praise myself? How do I enjoy that? I Once I reaches there, what I do is I just set the next one, and I just go for that,
No,
but not
no, don't
stop.
do that. A great mentor will tell you you have to celebrate the small wins. The small wins, that's how you add up to be the large wins. So when you
Mm,
do something that's monumental, it could be small or large. I love
mm.
my vacations.
Okay.
Okay, I love that. Like you just do something to just say congratulations. It could be maybe you take yourself out to dinner, maybe you cook yourself dinner, maybe you just chill. Give
Hmm.
yourself time to chill, meditate, and relax for a moment. Recalibrate what you need to do. Don't be in a rush. You go to like that's how errors are made.
I see.
Even though there's no mistake, but certain things, certain decisions could always be better if you have a clear mind and if you have energy and all the things.
Hmm.
So for me, I love self care. So what I've done in my life is every day is a spa day. Every single day is a spa day because I know how much work I have to do. I know the journey. You understand what I'm saying? So I keep myself at a certain percentage. I don't let myself go to no 25%. Nope.
Hmm.
Been there, done that. I keep myself. I might go to 75. I'm like, okay, hold on, and I feel myself at 75. No. We not going nowhere. No,
See.
I need two. I need two spa days. So that's why.
Wow. That's
And
awesome.
spa, I'm serious. That's how you. That's how you get to glow for real. And
Yeah,
during the spa day,
I
it's
agree
not
with you.
like you're just do like you're not doing anything all day. You are, but at the same time, you are conscious about the schedule of that day.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? You
Okay.
get up, you look in the mirror, okay, quiet,
Hmm.
no phone. Look outside and just enjoy that.
Right.
Feel yourself take that deep breath. That's how you get to really give yourself grace. Okay? If you know like you know that you're gonna have a long week, you're
Hmm.
gonna need that because that's how you overthink and be stressing like and then you know what I'm saying, stuff is not done and you look rough. And me being a fashion designer and being like a hairstylist and speaker, you just never know what's gonna come up. I need to be look well rested. I need to look flawless. Skin got to be popping. Hair got to be together. Like I don't never want to get to no 25%. No, we
I
don't
see.
do that.
Wow.
So I always 100%. If not 100%, we gotta do the 90. Like because a student, we not.
Uh huh. I see. I see. I'm trying to. I mean, I totally understood what you're saying, and it should be like that. But maybe once I get a little more older, I'll try to do these things. But whenever I
I
try to calm down, I said no. I'm wasting time. Let me do something about it. Let me do some more work instead of sitting down. Let me just put some more work toward the things that I'm
But
doing.
guess what? What I've learned is just as important to take a break as is to work.
Hmm.
I had to learn that.
Yes.
That and I'm giving you wisdom.
I get that.
You will appreciate this now if you take heed to it.
Hmm.
Even if you say, oh, I'm taking a vacation, you're not wasting your time. You are pouring into self. You're pouring into yourself so you can move forward.
Hmm.
So if it's like, oh, I'm a go get a cut, or I'm a, just do a face mask, or I'm just going to sit here quiet and do a meditation, or I'm going to do my journaling, or, how are you going to
Right.
pour into yourself? So
Mm-hmm.
you know what you need to do. So I always say, know thyself. Tap into yourself. Figure out what's important to you.
I see. Thank you.
Yes.
I'll try
You're
to
welcome.
implement those things. And for the people, I think it's a lot of people who are, at the same age as me try to hustle. And they think and what we feel is the more work we put in is the more better it is.
Not
But
always. Not always. You gotta
yes,
work smart.
right.
You gotta be strategic.
Hmm.
Now that you guys are Gen Z, you have everything at your fingertips. You don't have to slave yourself. You just have to work smart.
Right.
Yeah, but you definitely have to put in, you know, the the grease in your 20s. You gotta put your head down and 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 stay focused and put in the work 100%. I'm not just saying, I'm definitely not saying laggagas. Definitely not saying that. Put in the work. I tell my kids, you put in the work now, you call the shots later.
Hmm. Right.
That's what you got to do.
Thank you so much, Miss Sheridonna, for your wisdom on this. Really
Yes,
appreciate
I'm
that.
I'm 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 talking from experience.
Ah,
I'm a
yes.
girl. I've been putting in the work for a minute, going to
Hmm.
cosmetology school, graphic design school, fashion design school, being a mom, being a wife, like, having a TV show, and just doing it all simultaneously. You got to put in the work.
Of course.
Eventually, you can create the schedule that you want. You don't have
Hmm.
to get the schedule that somebody gives you.
Right. Makes
Yeah.
sense. I mean, that's why I love to talk to the people who, who have the experience in this, because you've been through what we're going through right now. So you
Hmm.
have much more knowledge in the things that you can share. And we, if we want, we can take an advantage out of that, right?
Exactly. You have choices. You either do it or you don't. You
Yeah,
know. So if you want to have great impact, you will listen to people with wisdom. So you will fast track. You have a fast track. You know.
exactly. Right.
Yeah. Why not? That's actually being smart. That's being smart. You know, if you want to be a boss, you gotta be smart. So yeah,
Exactly. Right. Thank you so much
yeah.
again for that. We're almost closer to our time. We actually got 1 hour already. And but there one question that, I had in my mind, but we started this topic is, because you're a teacher and you have a lot of students.
Mhm.
As a student, what is the thing that can make you happy? A student can make you happy as a teacher. What work they do, or what are the things when you see your students are doing and you see, oh wow, you did a great job.
You mean after they leave me or after they're with me? Like when they're with
They're
me?
when they're with you.
I love when they manifest what they desire. Like my last student,
Okay.
shout out to Franca. Like she came to me, didn't know really how to sew properly. You know, she was doing a little 1 2 1 2 whatever. And like by the time she finished our 6 months course,
Mm-hmm.
homegirl, she made a garment for her husband because I taught her menswear as well.
Wow.
She did children's wear. She made a garment for her daughter and she made a garment for herself. She did a photo shoot and showed me. Like that's what made me like crying, crying because that's what I'm talking about. You understand? Like that's great impact. That's how I know like my gift is not for myself. Like I'm here to
Hmm.
help other people to create generational wealth for themselves, to have great impact, to change your life. Like now she could call herself a fashion designer. She didn't call herself a fashion designer because she didn't have the confidence, the
Hmm.
techniques, the tools, you know,
Right.
the industry standards, the vocabulary, the terminology, you know, all things. So that that made me cry, bro. Like I couldn't even. I was just so excited, but I saw her progression as she's going through the class. Like she soaked everything up, didn't miss any class. Like I love consistency, you know, and that makes me happy. And I know like the best is yet to come. I can't wait to actually see her collection. That's gonna just I'm gonna cry. Like I'm gonna cry, bro. I'm gonna cry.
Oh
That's
wow.
what makes me happy. Yeah,
That's awesome. Love
yeah.
that. Yeah. So now I asked this question so any of your students see this podcast episode, they will know.
They will know. They will know. Yeah. So yeah, I know the
Right.
best is yet to come. You know, we have some new classes coming up, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited that you know when people, uh, you know, students. I get mostly girls, you know, young girls in their like 20s, but she was a little bit more mature, but early 30s or whatever. That see me, see what we have done, and want me to like teach them and you know show them the way and pave the way. So that I'm honored by that, you know,
Right.
for them to trust me with part of their journey and stuff like that. So I feel elated
Wow.
for that honor.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much, Sheridonna, again for joining us on here on Zacian episodes. It was such a great pleasure to discuss the things that are very much needed to talk
Hmm.
about the designing thing, about the life, and the things that matters the most beside the things that we do professionally. And
Yeah.
we need to keep those things in our mind, as I would say, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, before we go, anything
Uh-huh.
that we you want to share to the people who are listening to this?
What I want to share with them, I would say, do not. This is my favorite quote. Do not confuse a creator with a dreamer. A dreamer only dreams, but a creator, he or she will always bring their dreams into reality. Right? So, and what that means is like, don't just dream about it. Be a doer,
Mm-hmm.
manifest it. Have radical action and go for what you want. Don't
Mm-hmm.
accept no. Don't accept mediocrity. If this is what you want, have divine alignment and know thyself to be able to know what that really means. And on your journey, just know, like, to whom much is given, much is required. So you're gonna have to put your head down and do the work. Don't worry about accolades. Don't worry about, the money. Don't worry about all the things. Just focus on your mission. Focus on yourself, right? And enjoy your process. Enjoy your process. And I already know
Amazing.
the best is yet to come.
Yes, very well said. I mean, that's awesome. Thank you very much. And I believe I agree whatever you just said. And of course, yeah, I am, and it's a truth.
Yes.
I actually read one of the quotes which says 10 minutes of doing is better than 10 hours of dreaming. So,
Period. Like,
yeah.
why wouldn't you want to bring your dreams into reality? Like, oh, I really, and still, they say, oh, be realistic. What's realistic? People think, it's good to dream, but I also think you should have radical action and have a strategic plan, write it down,
Right.
and do your best to be able to bring it into reality. If you feel like you can't do it,
Mm-hmm.
you pray about it, and the creator going to bring you the answer, because not everything that comes to your mind is necessarily for you, right? And what
Mm,
that means is like, be okay to pivot. So,
okay.
and don't think because you don't get it right away that you're not going to get it, because just like we talked about in the beginning, you have to be prepared for what you ask for. It's nothing worse than somebody getting their dreams and you don't know what the beep, how to
Mm-hmm.
handle it. You're
Right.
going to be miserable. Do you understand? Because the level where I am right now, if just like someone just off the street want to do what I'm doing, they're gonna be a nervous wreck. They're gonna be a nervous wreck because my position comes with a lot of responsibility. And if you don't know how to, lead, if you don't have leadership qualities, if you don't have diplomacy, if you don't have grit, if you don't have endurance, if you don't have grace, if you don't have respect for thyself and for others, if you don't know the seven values of human relations, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in trouble a lot of the times. And so be be open where you are and just keep on building so you could get where you want. Everything is levels to it. You have to work to be able to build the skills that you need to be able to get where you are, right? So
Right.
for me, I work where I am and I still have work to go. So
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't be a teacher if I didn't go and learn,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Exactly.
I couldn't inspire if I didn't go through the fire.
Right.
Like I've been in the dark room. I took photography and I love photography, so I'm always talking about the dark room too. So you have to be okay to be in the dark room. It's nothing worse than an overdeveloped or undeveloped anything.
Right.
So if you are a person that want to be successful, be okay in the dark room. That is your preparation season. Enjoy that, learn that, feel that. So when you get out the dark room, you're well developed. You have everything. You have integrity. You got poise. You got grace. You got humility. You're gorgeous. You're healthy. You're beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
you have to be prepared for what you ask for. So I always tell my students, just enjoy your process. Enjoy where you are.
Amazing. Love that. I mean, one of the best outros we ever had on our episodes.
Well, I'm happy I can be able to be the first because I am
Uh,
Sheridonna, the one and
you are
only.
the one and the only. So
Period.
yeah, thank you very much. And also, before we go, just
Yes.
let the people know where they can find you.
Okay, guys, if you want to contact Sheridonna or Sheridonna Designs, you can find us at SheridonnaDesigns.com. That's SheridonnaDesigns.com. Check out our Instagram at Sheridonna Designs LLC or at Sheridonna. If you are interested in learning from the Empress, you can find us on Instagram at Unity Fashion Institute. We didn't talk about our nonprofit, but if you want to be a part of our impact and become the change you wish to see in the world, make sure you guys go and check out our Instagram page at UFI underscore NNP. That's nonprofit. And you guys could make a donation and help us support upcoming fashion designers as well as the community and be able to, do the things that we are called to do. So, and if you guys want to have a fabulous hairstylist, you guys could check out my Instagram page for my salon. It's Sheridonna's Beauty Salon. That's Sheridonna's Beauty Salon. But everything is at SheridonnaDesigns.com.
Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, I would 100% recommend because I had like more than a dozen guests on this Zacian episodes, but I have never seen any guest glowing like this, like she does.
I told you
I
I'm meant for this.
I mean, I had international models on this webisodes.
Uh-huh.
I had like founders and fashion advocates, a higher level people, but nobody was glowing like you
What
do.
I'm doing.
You
What I'm
are,
doing.
and of course, you are the only one, as you said.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's very much true. And the creator gave me that message, so that's literally like part of like my branding. And I'm
hmm.
literally the only one in the entire world. When you type up Sheridonna, that's me. Everything that says Sheridonna, that's me.
Yeah.
And so
Actually,
I'm Sheridonna,
actually, actually,
the
maybe
one and only.
I should add that title to myself too, if you don't mind, because if you go and type the free button the Google, you're just only gonna find me. There's nobody else.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So can I
Mm.
use a title?
Let me ponder on that.
Okay.
Access denied.
Ooh, oh, oh. Oh, that was very nice of you, Miss Sheridonna. Thank you very
But
much.
no, because that's part of my branding, right?
Okay,
So,
okay,
but
okay.
whatever.
I'll come up with some other spellings, the same word for the same word.
Yeah, that's why you need to. If you need help with branding, I went to college for branding identity and stuff like that. So we could come up with something that's unique to you.
Definitely,
So
I'll be more than
yeah.
happy. I mean, interested into it.
And
I'm interested into it. I said.
yeah, so this is where I come in and put a little magic on you and a little sprinkle, and what I'm saying, hook
Okay,
you up.
definitely. I
But
needed
it's
that.
been but it's a pleasure.
Of course, likewise, it's more of my pleasure to connect with you. And thank you very much, guys, again to join us here on Zayshin Webisodes. I'll see you guys the next one.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Peace. Yeah.